Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Here in front of Minfilia, where we continue our main quest on the way to Heaven's Ward in the post-5.3. Let us set aside the matter of his Ascian until after we complete our move to the Rising Stones. There's but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymaster subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there's much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Okay, Urianger. I have a very great gift from Minfilia. I thought we departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon my honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Desiree, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could no longer wait. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the Seventh Heaven in Revenant's Hall. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of a new Aetheryte. Of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Hall. After all, it's right on our doorstep. Finally. Oh, Desiree, you're here. Good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. And as I was just telling our restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Most of the men and women you see around here in Revenant's Hall are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say that shouldn't make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Desiree has already made something of a name for herself here. Isn't that so? Why, that's just wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocations. And with that, Desiree, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? But why are you standing around here talking to me? Everyone is waiting for you. I did not realize the Scions had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Urianji was kind enough to direct me here. I know I'd only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Banquet? As ravaging as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake, she would... Gods, Desiree, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards are an easily startled lot. Flamin? Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be having your grand adventures, not withering away here with me. The horror. The horror. I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No. Muntai sauce. No. Victory. Yes. Victory. So here we are. Completely independent and unquestionably loyal. Or at least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, either begs to differ. As you can see, our Shalian allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. It would be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. Yeah, but I can't click these. Sorry. Is it not wonderful, Desiree? Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time. But for now, let's enjoy the respite. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean we will sever our ties with Eorzea in alliance. On the contrary, the Antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea, for Eorzea, for Eorzea. A moment of your time, Desiree. I would speak of Elizabeth. Pardon my intrusion, milady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldestian have been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us? They have never yet, milady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. If they come under attack, they would have most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and knowledge both. Oh no. Contact their agents on the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Bardessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ocker? Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When we shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Brea, I dared to hope we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Elizabeth spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Desiree. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything else arise, you will be informed. Kryl, where are you? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Order and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last, they see. Okay, so. Truly there has been no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amajina Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been target of a series of covered robberies. Miners were seemed in isolation, Occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. He was only doing the concern's annual audit, but a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystal, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Primals. The brass blades charged with investigating the theft believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for a profit. Unless they have to identify a likely culprit, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of mere monetary value. If there's even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Horizon. Been a while since we've been there for anything but going to the Waking Sands. Desiree. Your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Pufubulupa. These three officers are charged with leading the investigation, and would only be repeating that which you related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Desiree, what a pleasure to see you again. Your Stoller said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A little while ago, a driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Elegant Sunway. That car bolted off toward Eastern Fanaland, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? It would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amajina do have a foothold in Eastern Fanaland. What of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could... Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. On second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred? Where have you been to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amajina friends. And wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part, to help my friends and the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls we've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. Yeah. Before 5.3, you had to go to Eastern Fanaland to meet Thancred, who told you the same thing, and then you had to return here. It was stupid. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Desiree. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amajina are innocent in this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, we have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it may be, I shall inform Urianji of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then. "'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll.
A young maiden, is she pretty? Was basically Fanquil's question.
Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
What is... You look different.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
None of these people, apparently. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Maybe a more subtle approach is in order. But it's good to see you return. I've given some thought to the matter, and I've just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I be so blind? Calm yourself, Volupa. What is the disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our ranks conspiring with him? A traitor in our midst? It would be most unfortunate if our fears proved well-founded with Volupa. Indeed, if, for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass plates were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, and to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who... I see! Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of a bridge to Himalaya? A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Desiree? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. So, a trap it is. Wrong. That's no matter. Kill them all. I ain't dying this godforsaken hellhole. Step on to the last, as expected. You're unharmed? A gang of sea wolf thieves in Fanala, no less. I suppose there's the first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Huh? Thancred, if you be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. Yeah, if you have played the Minfilia starter quest, these facial tattoos Thancred describes are the sign of a serpent weavers, a pirate gang affiliated with Leviathan. To Horizon then. Vovolupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the Breastplates of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were feared, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with this fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him, and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? You men haven't been sampling that Somnos we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Luminescent born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yes. She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Nod. Needs to tell me where I need to go next. The Mother of Exiles. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. And I just look at the time and it's really time to end the episode. Okay, until next time then. When we look what Alphino has in store for us. Until then, I am Mace and don't get lost.